So today I want to talk about the supplements that I've been taking probably over the past year. And I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about supplementation, specifically the Andrew Huberman podcast. If you kind of like science, and they're long, but if you like science and health and fitness, it's a great podcast you should listen to. I've been really absorbed into it, and it's connecting a lot of the knowledge that I learned in pharmacy school. And a lot of you know that I've been practicing as a pharmacist for about 10 years now. So it's very common for friends, family, patients to come up to me and ask for recommendations on what supplements to take. So let me kind of share the 3 supplements that I take on a consistent daily basis. And there's an additional 3 supplements that I take as needed depending on my situation. So let's talk first about the 3 supplements I take on a daily basis. So the first one is a multivitamin. So this sounds very basic, very easy, but I take a daily multivitamin, usually with my dinner, and I buy the one from Costco, the Kirkland brand one, because it's pretty cost effective. I think it's like, what, $12-13 for a huge bottle of 500. But I take that on a daily basis because there's a lot of micronutrients and minerals that I'm not getting in my daily diet. It's just hard to do that. So to ensure that my body is performing at its best, I make sure to take general multivitamin so that it can give me all these micronutrients like copper, zinc, selenium, just a lot of these little things that you may or may not get depending on your diet. So I do have a pretty diverse diet, I will say, but even despite that, I make it a habit to take a daily multivitamin with my dinner. So first one is a daily multivitamin. The second one is a vitamin D3. So I take about, I want to say it's 1,000 international units. You can buy this over the counter as well. Once again, I buy mine from Costco, the Kirkland brand. It's a small little gel capsule. And why I take a daily vitamin D3 is because when I go to my annual doctor's visit, as part of my annual lab work, I actually get a vitamin D3 level measured. I recommend that you do it as well. But you have to ask your doctor, right? So I go to Kaiser, I will tell Kaiser, hey, I want a lab draw for my vitamin level because I'm curious where it's at. And when I drew it, I was a little bit below normal, so I was a little low. And most people, especially if you're an office worker, for the most part, are pretty low. So check out your vitamin D3 level. And in any case, like, even if you're like low normal, I kind of want my range to be like in the middle of normal. So I take a daily vitamin D3 capsule in the morning. This helps with, you get vitamin D from sunlight, but it helps with like bones, it helps with energy, it helps with mood, right? So like I was really stressed when I was selling my mobile home park, so I wanted to help my mood. I don't get enough sunlight, and I want my energy to be high, I want my mood to be high, so to me, I just take a daily vitamin D3 capsule in the morning. And once again, you can buy it over the counter. Helps with a bunch of stuff, right? Helps with bones, right? If you're at risk of osteoporosis or brittle bones, it helps with energy, helps with mood. Just the fact of energy and mood is enough for me, right? So I take a daily vitamin D3 in the morning. So usually after breakfast or with my lunch, I'll take a little capsule. The last one that I take on a daily basis, which I just newly implemented, and I used to take it back in the day, back when I used to like power lift a lot, is a daily fish oil capsule. So these are big, like little horse pills. Like, once again, I buy it from Costco. The brand that I personally use is Nature Made fish oil. And the key component is the omega-3, specifically the EPA. So the omega-3 is good for many things, right? It's good for your skin. It's good for your brain. That's why I'm taking it. It's good with reducing inflammation. It can lower your cholesterol a little bit here and there, and which makes it good for your heart. So there's just a lot of benefits for taking fish oil. I like the Nature Made brand specifically because it doesn't have a fishy aftertaste. So it's burpless. So a lot of fish oils will cause you to burp. And then when you burp, you'll taste the fishy smell. People don't like that. So the Nature Made one is burpless for me, and then it doesn't have that fishy aftertaste for me. And then some fish oils, like I bought a generic fish oil from Target. I took that one, and it actually creates heartburn or GERD. And I didn't know why. I thought I was stressed. I thought I was getting heartburn, but I realized that I was taking. I looked it up and I was like, oh wait, fish oil can cause heartburn. And I guess it was that generic Target one I just didn't tolerate as well. So I have to use Nature Made specifically. And also, back when I was powerlifting, I took fish oil because it helped with inflammation of the joints, right? Because when you're powerlifting, like deadlift, squat, bench, your joints are under a lot of stress, under a lot of pressure. So I would take like 2 or 3 fish oils a day to help with that. So to summarize, the fish oil helps with your heart. It can help with your heart health. It can help lower your cholesterol. It can help with skin. It can help with your brain in fighting, memory decline and Alzheimer's. And then it can help with inflammation if you work out. So I do all the above. So the recommended dose is about 2 capsules a day, but I take between 1 or 2, depending. Like I said, these are big horse pills, and I usually take this with my dinner time. So in the morning, I take a vitamin D3 with breakfast or lunch, and then with dinner, I will take a multivitamin and fish oil. So these are 3 that I take on a daily basis. The next 3 that I'm going to talk about, I take on kind of like as needed or like as needed basis. So the first one is a magnesium oxide. So there's multiple forms of magnesium. So there's magnesium citrate, which is actually a laxative, and it'll make you, go to the restroom and take a nice number 2. There's magnesium threonate, which is better for like calming down your brain and reducing stress and anxiety. But it's more expensive. Then there's magnesium oxide, which I take, and magnesium oxide kind of stays in your stomach for the most part. But for some reason, for me, when I take the magnesium oxide, it does help slow down my brain. So if I notice that my brain is kind of overactive, I'm a little bit stressed more than usual, or I'm like kind of like restless at night and I'm not sleeping as well, what I'll do is the next day I'll take usually a magnesium oxide, or you can do magnesium threonate. I do magnesium oxide because it's cheaper. I buy the Nature Made one from Costco. Magnesium threonate's more cost effective or more expensive. So if the mag oxy didn't work for me, I would buy the magnesium threonate. But I buy the magnesium oxide, it's cheaper. But I take the magnesium oxide after dinner, and it kind of helps relax my brain a little bit. Like my brain isn't running as much. I'm not ruminating about things. It kind of calms down my mind, my stress, my anxiety. It was very helpful for me when I was selling my mobile home park. So I was actually taking it daily. But it also helps with like if you notice like your muscles are twitching. Let's say you had a hard workout and then like you notice your muscles are twitching, then you may be deficient on magnesium as well, right? So usually I'll take magnesium if my mind is ruminating and then I'm stressed. So when I'm stressed, I actually grind my teeth. I have something called bruxism where I'll grind my teeth. It sounds like you're chewing on ice at night. But if I'm grinding my teeth, if I'm stressed, so if I'm stressed, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling stressed, I'm working out to reduce my stress, and then I'm grinding, and I'll take magnesium, and it helps reduce all of this stuff, right? Because it helps induce GABA, which kind of calms you down, helps you relax. So I used to take this consistently when I was stressed on my mobile home park, but now I take magnesium, kind of as needed, like maybe every other day, or if I had a hard workout, or if I'm just like feeling stressed that day, I'll take a magnesium oxide with dinner. The next one is zinc. So zinc is something that I've been taking recently. Zinc's known for like, let's say you have the cold or the flu, you can take some zinc and it helps with that. And I do take zinc when I do feeling sick, right? Whether you have the cold, the flu, COVID, you can take zinc and it'll hopefully help reduce the duration. But why I've been taking zinc was it helps with like testosterone levels as well. I don't know the mechanism behind it, but when I take zinc, it does boost testosterone levels. So if I'm feeling kind of tired, feeling kind of sluggish, kind of feeling kind of low energy, I did measure my testosterone level with my routine blood work. I was a little bit low because I was like really stressed. So when you're really stressed, your body releases cortisol, which reduces testosterone. So I will take a little zinc periodically when I'm feeling kind of sluggish, weak physically, and just kind of like lower testosterone mode. Like I'm not as like, I'm more passive. I'm not as like aggressive. I'll take a little bit to supplement myself, to help boost that testosterone. And I have seen effects. It might be placebo, it might not be, but every time I've taken it, the next day I do notice that like I am more like energetic, want to kind of conquer the day. So that one I kind of take as needed. And then another thing that I just recently started was taking like a probiotic. So there's multiples that I take. I don't have a specific brand, but just any probiotic. So like, let's just say I had a really fatty meal or a really heavy meal, and I noticed my stomach's kind of struggling to digest it, or maybe I'm like stressed and I'm not digesting as well as I usually am. I will take like a probiotic with my dinner to help with like digestion, to help with, if you, ate too much fried food or fatty food or fast food, you don't feel good. Or maybe let's say you're traveling, and then you're in a new time zone that's 12 hours ahead, and then your stomach's not used to it and you're stressed, and then you just can take, a probiotic to help aid in that process when you're stressed, when you're not digesting as well. So I take that when I'm like for example, yesterday I ate too much fried food, and I noticed my stomach was like struggling to digest it, 4 or 5, because digestion takes 4 to 5 hours. I noticed like 4 or 5 hours later, I was still having issues. I was like, I'm gonna take a probiotic today. So, to kind of summarize, the 3 supplements I take daily is the vitamin D3, multivitamin, and a fish oil. And the ones I take kind of as needed is a magnesium. If I take the magnesium if I'm like working out a lot or I'm feeling anxious, a zinc if I want to boost some testosterone, or a probiotic if maybe I ate too much and my stomach doesn't feel the greatest. So, for me, because I'm under a lot of stress, under a lot of pressure between my W-2 job, my 50-unit real estate portfolio. I'm building up my coaching and mentorship business. I have a lot of other social, family obligations. I like to travel. I like to do things. So I like to keep myself in a peak mindset. And I feel like this supplement regimen has helped me significantly during one of the most stressful and hardest times of my life. So hopefully you can adopt some of these practices that I'm doing to help you optimize yourself, and hopefully it makes you healthier, right? Because wealth without health is useless. So please share this video with somebody who you think can value from this. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Happy to answer it as a pharmacist to the best of my abilities. And please share this video with someone who you think would benefit from this. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.